Hello everybody, welcome to this live session. First, let me apologize for not keeping this live session very frequent, not keeping to time. I do understand how boring that could be to you. I also understand how frustrated you could be when regular updates are not made about the charts. Okay, well, but one thing you must understand is that as long as you do not see a signal from us, that means we have not found anything to trade. Whenever we find something to trade, whether we have a live session or not, we are definitely going to share it with you. I mean, those of you who are subscribed to the live trading room, either you are on the trial package or on the standard plans, we will definitely share them with you. Okay. All right, it's been a very healthy market. It's been a market full of volatility for this week. Price has really performed just the way that we want it to perform. We hope this is going to continue. However, we are going to look into a few pairs, and those interesting ones seems to be coming from the American dollar axis. At any rate, we are going to look into them, okay, no matter what. First, this is the Forex Factory economical calendar, and we have two high impact news announcements that are scheduled for today, being Friday, the last trading day for this week. Usually you might not see price action. You might not see a very good movement in the chart until the last news announcement for the American dollar is being released. I mean, this one, until this is released. From there on, you can begin to see price action, price kicking in their various directions to end the week. All right, let's move into the charts and see what's been going on. The first one, okay, not this one, but let's just look into this. We analyzed this some time ago, and we talked about price not coming to this level again. That area there, we are so many traders actually waiting for a breakout pullback continuation move. But as you can see, just like we analyzed, price didn't go back. This was actually the area we were looking at, and you can see how price made that attempt to retrace up to that area and immediately came back down. That is not tradable. It is not a tradable price action. It never gave us the opportunity to jump on board, so there is no regret. Don't you worry. There will always be trading opportunities in the future. All right, let's go to our main pairs of today. The first one is the euro against the American dollar. Just like we analyzed previously, you can see that price has now made a solid bounce, a very healthy bounce off that level of support. This is the level of resistance within that range. You can see how that bounce has happened already. I am liking the bounce, the overall bounce right there. The only thing that I am not liking is that price is the bounce happened just too far away, went up to or into the middle of that range, that is the only thing that I am not liking here about this bounce. I actually wanted to see a bounce where price can close, let's say somewhere in here. Then we can look to trade that into the middle of the range to take out profit, but this happened just into the middle of that range. This is the range, okay, that's the range, and the bounce went right into the middle of that range. I usually do not like to see this type of bounces, and I do hesitate to trade them. But well, since the euro against the American dollar has been trading around the long-term area of support for a very long time now, if you look into the weekly time frame, we had anticipated this channel formation where price is overdue to push to the upside. That's the upper boundary of this channel, but we are seeing so much hesitation for so many weeks. As long as price remains around the lower boundary of this weekly level of support, well, the best thing is for us to keep searching for long opportunities from that axis. We know we are trading off an optimal area of support. Even if price pushes to the downside, taking us out of that trade, well, we know we traded off an optimal area of support and we took the best decision. Okay, so given this signal here, this hint right here of a possible continuation to the upside, we are going to take that trade. We are going to click on our buy button, keeping our stop loss at a safe location. Hopefully, even if we get hesitation around in here, if price makes some hesitation, hopefully we will get price going back up in some future date. Okay, so let's keep it. It's a trade. We are going to get involved. The signal for this trade will be sent to you in the Telegram channel. All right, the American dollar against the Swiss franc. This is another one that we had analyzed in previous weeks, and I told you the directional bias remains to the downside. Well, price gave us much hesitation. You can see how price went to make that pullback to that area where we have that previous level of support here. You can see the breakout. Okay, then price made a pullback to that zone, and from there on we have seen a breakout, which is a nice price action. I think the market is actually coming back to life. Also, this rising trend line here has given way. You can see the solid breakout candle in the daily time frame. Let me zoom that out, and you see that solid breakout candle. So what is forming here now? Well, we might see a breakout, congestion, then continuation pattern. That entry should come up by next week. If this is going to be a congestion candle, we should have a valid entry opportunity. If that is this will also be valid, although it's an early level, it will also be valid if we keep this right here. Okay, then if we see a congestion candle just like what we are beginning to see forming right there, then next week we'll be looking for more downside in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Let's just keep an eye on that one. We are not going to be clicking on our sell button right now. We need to wait for the confirmation to jump on board. All right, the Australian dollar against the American dollar. We have also analyzed this previously. The price is facing a problematic zone of support right here. We expect to see some bounces from that level to the upside, so you should not click on your sell button. Price is likely, very likely, going to bounce from that level to the upside. Well, so much confusion in the forward time frame. You can see the massive range price has been in this pair. It's been a massive range. Lower level of support we tested, now pushing to the upside. You should not go short in this trade. Price is likely in this pair. Price is likely going to push to the upside. In the monthly time frame as well, you can see that price is actually trading around a monthly level of support, so you should not go short in the Australian dollar against the American dollar until that level of support breaks. For now, it is a good zone to look for long entries in the Australian dollar against the American dollar. We are not going to get involved. We will not go there. We are involved in the euro against the American dollar, so we'll let this one go. Another one that we are likely going to get involved is the American dollar against the Canadian dollar. Well, we are already involved in the euro against the American dollar, but we could take another risky one here. All right, so let's just risk 4% of our account in those two trades, which is not too much. Okay, it is not too much. Price has hesitated for just too much. It is hesitating. It seems to be running out of steam. I expect to see a crash to the downside. This trend line is not a healthy one. I don't like it. It keeps breaking over and over. You can also see how if we were to draw the trend line, we'll be drawing from here. That's the outer trend line. If we were to draw another inner one, we could have another one from here, which got broken. If we have another one here, this one here right now is what price is actually still trading around. Okay, so I am seeing a picture where price is likely going to break, then move all the way to the outer trend line that we have right here. The exhaustion is clear. The breakout is likely going to happen maybe from next week. In the daily time frame, where we had this trend line, keep this here. We have that a trend line. We keep this level of resistance. Okay, we also had this level of support. All right, what we saw here yesterday was a reaction of that point of confluence. Okay, a reaction of that point of confluence where we had a trend line coming around that area and this level of support coming together around that zone. So that's the point of confluence. At any rate, the move to the upside, I don't think it's going to be constant. I don't expect price to keep pushing to the upside. This level of resistance, I expect price to come back down. Let's take a look at the 4 hours time frame. In the 4 hours time frame, the broader picture here is that price is at range. That's the range. It has been sideways for some time now. In the other hand, on an in-depth analysis, let's connect the lower lows. Let's connect the lower lows right there, this one here and this one here. Let's also connect the lower highs. Okay, oops. Lower highs. Okay, what do we have? We eventually have a channel. If this channel is going to hold true, it is an early catch. All right, it's an early catch. That's a bounce. This is another bounce. You can see how price respected that area, possibly for another push back down to the lower leg of this channel. So for the American dollar against the Canadian dollar, I think this is an optimal area to look for short entries, hiding our stop losses somewhere around that zone. So it's something that we might be considering to go short. Okay, we'll let the trade run for some days. All right, finally the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. This is another beautiful one. We're following this, looking for this collapse, but the price action itself was very confusing, and so we didn't take the trade. At any rate, you can see that price made the breakout, the pullback, even though we had much hesitation, then eventually came back down. In the forex market, nothing just happened. Most times the technical picture tends to even be give you a hint of what its fundamental outlook will be. All right, for now I'm going to keep this. This is key level of support, just like the American dollar against the Swiss franc. That's a key level of support. Okay, that key level of support has been taken out. You can see the massive candle, breakout candle there. Now we hope to see some congestion there. If we see some congestion, that means we are going to be seeing a nice continuation move to the downside. Well, this is a possible trade for next week. Okay, so just keep it, be patient. That is, if it happens, then we have a good trading opportunity coming for us. You may also want to draw. You may also want to draw that trend line. Okay, that trend line. So let's just hold on to see what's going to develop. But I know we are likely going to find a valid trading opportunity maybe from next week. So for now, we have just 2 trades to take. One from the American dollar against the Canadian dollar, and the other from the euro against the American dollar. We'll keep those trades. I do not like, they are not really solid for me, but we'll just keep them no matter what happens. Okay. All right, thanks for being here with us. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your understanding. We're actually working on something, especially on the website, so you need to be extremely patient with us. We know things will get better in the future. Meanwhile, if you have questions, please drop them. If we don't respond immediately, we are going to respond once we have the time to do so. Thanks again. Enjoy your weekend. Trade responsibly. Do not force trades. If you are the type that is taking trades left, right, and center, I am sorry, you might not be having a palatable experience out there. So be very careful. Trade only what works for you. Happy weekend. Bye bye.